So basically, I'm going to try and orbit Luna, then fly by Brigo and return safely. I built this rocket off screen, the link is in the description. It has 3 separate cameras for cinematics like this. The first stage will get us to suborbital trajectory. Now, I can plan our orbital burn. I did this instead of manual burns for max efficiency, though it uses electricity. We have enough fuel to get us about halfway to orbit. Once we got above the atmosphere, I deployed the solar panels, even though they glitched out and disappeared later. The full burn took multiple minutes since you can't time warp during burns, so I'll speed it up. I ended up in an eccentric orbit because of a low TWR. Getting a transfer was pretty difficult, so I'll skip to when I get one. After a minute and a half of tweaking, I finally got the right trajectory. Now I have to get my periapsis as low as possible to take advantage of the O-berth effect. "757 kilometers is still high, but we can lower it later." I can even plan our insertion burn this far away. On the dark side of Drew, I can start the burn to Luna. The engine's glow looks really good in the dark. That was when I realized my solar panels were glitched. Here I am entering my 700-kilometer parking orbit above Luna. Now, using the O-berth effect again, I can lower to my final orbit. The orbit is super inclined because I entered the SOI at an odd angle. Because of the super low gravity, the 10% of fuel will last a super long time. In hindsight, I think I should have gone even lower. I also used the onboard camera to zoom into the dark Maria. There are little patches of white everywhere. Maybe I can explore them in a future video. It also looks lower in altitude than the surrounding highlands. It is way more difficult than it looks to hold the camera still. Since there is no friction in space, it will always drift to one side. As soon as I exited, the RCS made the ship keep rotating so I couldn't re-enter. Luckily I remembered the tether keybinds, but it wasn't enough. That was all his fault, TBH. Anyways, I wanted to take a picture of the Drew rise. So I just had to wait till it popped up above the horizon, then rotate. It took a while to orient, but then I can just zoom in. Since we are near the equator, it appears sideways instead of right side up or upside down. Now we can begin our trip to Brigo. I have to wait until Luna and Brigo are lined up, so our astronaut has a long wait. Then, I have to counter the inclination and reduce my altitude. The flyby won't be very close, but still close enough for photos. Brigo is too close to Juno's glare to see right now. Soon, this stage runs out of fuel, and we have one more stage left to get to Earth. The gravity of Brigo will send us on a collision course at high speeds, so I will change the trajectory later. After 3 hours, we are arriving at Brigo. Sadly, we are on the opposite side of its largest crater, so we can't see it. The center of mass isn't very good, so I started tumbling. You can see the elevation differences in the stripes. Now we are at the closest point. You can see insane detail from here. Next time, I might bring a stronger camera. Now we can go home. I wanted to capture into orbit first so we aren't too fast. I couldn't circularize it due to fuel though. On my final burn, I noticed the two moons were eclipsing each other, so I had to take photos. Anyways, I can now finally re-enter the atmosphere. I already ejected the trunk, so I'm all set. Just have to wiggle it off.